So, what do you get when Europe's biggest industrial engine teams up with the world's new population king? Well, you get the growing alliance between Germany and India. And believe me, this is way more than just a headline. It's a really powerful, kind of quiet shift in how the world works. So let's get into it and break down why this partnership is absolutely one you need to be watching.
Okay, so to really get why this is such a big deal, you first have to wrap your head around the sheer scale of modern India. I mean, it is now officially the most populous nation on the entire planet. But, its influence isn't just about having a ton of people. Actually, the German government's own analysis puts it perfectly. They say that India—
Right there, that's the key. It's all about agency. This isn't just about India being massive. It's about India taking the wheel and actively shaping the 21st century, not just sitting in the passenger seat. And you can bet that has countries like Germany paying very close attention. So let's dig into what's really driving all this momentum.
All right, Section 1, India's moment on stage. So what does that actually look like in the real world? Well, the numbers, they tell a pretty incredible story.
First off, it just starts with people. We're talking more than 1.4 billion of them. So India doesn't just hold the title for the world's largest population, it's got this massive demographic engine that's basically going to fuel huge economic and social trends for the rest of this century.
And then there's the economy. Wow, it is moving at a staggering pace. And this isn't just some short-term blip, For years now, among all the big global economies, India has consistently held one title, the fastest growing. This is a serious, long-term surge.
And where is all this heading? Well, the forecasts are pretty clear on this. Before this decade is even over, India is on track to become the world's #3 economy. Just think about that. That kind of shift is going to fundamentally rebalance global economic power.
And all of this leads to India's ambition on the world stage. It's been really clear about its goal: to be a leader for developing nations, to be, as they put it, the voice of the global south. And that gives India a really unique and powerful position in all those big international forums.
Okay, so with all that in mind, let's dive into the core of the Germany-India relationship: the money, the trade, the economic ties. And this is where the numbers get really interesting.
So if you look at where things stand right now, you can see there's already a huge trade relationship here. We're talking billions of dollars, and it's pretty balanced. But for both Germany and India, this is just the starting line.
Because get this, both countries have set this incredibly ambitious goal to double that trade volume. So the question is, how do you do that? Well, you need a really powerful tool to get rid of all the roadblocks and just open the floodgates for business.
And that tool is what's called a free trade agreement, or an FTA. It's pretty simple, really. It's just a deal that makes it way cheaper and easier for countries to buy and sell stuff to each other. And right now, getting an FTA between the EU and India is a massive priority for Germany. And this slide really shows you just how big the impact could be. Just look at these numbers. An FTA could mean that tariffs on key German exports, like machinery, which can be as high as 44% right now, could be completely wiped out. Gone. That would be an absolute game changer for businesses across Europe.
But this whole partnership isn't just about money. The economic stuff is really just the foundation for something much, much bigger, a real strategic alliance for the future.
So yeah, it is about way more than just trade, right? That's the whole point. The economy might be the engine, but this alliance is really about these two countries figuring out how to navigate a pretty turbulent world together.
And a perfect example of this is their Green and Sustainable Development Partnership. And look, this isn't just a bunch of nice words on paper. It's a real, concrete plan for them to work together on some of the world's biggest challenges. We're talking climate change, renewable energy, and even the future of green hydrogen. And this partnership is also getting serious on the security front. I mean, in 2024, Germany's military actually deployed to the Indo-Pacific and held joint naval and air force exercises with India. That's not just talk, that's tangible proof that their defense relationship is getting deeper.
And this gets to a really key strategic goal for Germany. And they've said this in their own official reports. Their aim is to help India free itself further from its arms-related orientation towards Russia. So by becoming a reliable partner for security and arms sales, Germany hopes India will rely less on its old partner, Russia. That's a very clear geopolitical move.
Okay, but this whole alliance isn't just being built in stuffy boardrooms or government offices. The real foundation, the really strong part, is being built by the people themselves.
And this single number, wow, it just says it all. Since 2023, students from India are now the #1 largest group of foreign students in German universities. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. An entire generation is building these deep personal and professional connections. It's like a human bridge being built between the two countries.
And this is no accident. Germany is actively pushing for this. They have a whole strategy just to attract skilled workers from India, making everything easier, from getting a visa to getting your qualifications recognized and even helping families settle in. It's a very deliberate plan. And you know what's cool? This connection goes all the way down to the local level. We're talking about German states like Bavaria having official partnerships with Indian states like Karnataka. Cities, too. These deep-rooted ties in business and culture have been there for decades, creating this bedrock of trust that the national governments can now build on.
So let's step back and look at the big picture. What have we got? Well, you have a partnership that's being powered by India's massive economic growth. It's being steered by a shared strategic need to create some stability in the Indo-Pacific. And it's complicated, because at the end of the day, these are two big democracies. They share a lot of values, for sure, but as Germany's own reports point out, they don't always see eye to eye on the world's biggest problems.
And that really leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? Is this a genuine partnership based on shared democratic values, or is it more of a practical, let's make a deal alliance for a new messy era? The real answer is probably somewhere in the middle. But one thing's for sure, how this relationship grows and changes, well, that's going to be one of the defining stories of the 21st century.